entrepreneurs seek an investment to start, grow, or save their business.
So we've done $3 million to date.
Wow.
It's absolutely astronomically massive.
Absolutely astronomically massive.
Yes.
If the Sharks hear a great idea,
We sold $10,000 worth of product the first day.
That's awesome.
they'll invest their own money
You can actually find gold in the Home Depot sand.
Go!
and fight each other for a deal.
Would you like to participate in one of those? Are you stupid and going to pay more than that?
Oh!
But the entrepreneurs must get the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
We think we'll lose money again next year.
I would love to counter your offer.
You're joking. You'd have to give me half the company.
That would be completely absurd. I'm sorry.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made business experts worth billions. Kevin O'Leary is a shrewd venture capitalist who made his fortune selling a children's educational company for over $4 billion. Barbara Corcoran went from waiting tables in Manhattan to building the city's premier $2 billion real estate empire. Robert Herjavec, son of an immigrant factory worker, founded one of the world's preeminent cybersecurity firms. Lori Grenier, the queen of QVC, holds over 100 patents and has launched over 400 products, grossing over $500 million in sales. And Mark Cuban, renowned billionaire tech mogul and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Ben.
And we're from Portland, Oregon.
And we met and started dating in college.
I've always been passionate about women's issues, specifically the challenges facing women living in developing economies. So after university, I took a huge leap of faith and moved to Uganda. The greatest need for women in Uganda is educational and economic opportunities. So I decided to do something about it.
Liz isn't afraid to take risks. She does things that most people wouldn't do, and I've always been so impressed by that. I decided to quit my job as a consultant, and together we built something that we're super proud of. Hey, Agnes, good morning.
Hi, Liz and Jen.
Our generation is less concerned about the big brand name and more concerned about the impact that their products have on the world.
We're looking forward to a great year.
When we started the company, we decided wholeheartedly that we wanted to be a for-profit company.
We believe that creating economic opportunity can have a more lasting impact than some charities. I think that's really our sweet spot. We've spent the last 5 years doing the really hard work.
And now we just need to make a name for ourselves in America.
We believe that if every woman in America knew about our company, we could make a massive impact for women and girls all across the globe. Hi, Sharks. We're Liz and Ben Bohannon. We're from Portland, Oregon, and we're the husband and wife team behind Seiko Designs.
We're seeking $300,000 for 10% equity in our company.
With Seiko, one sandal has endless possibilities.
Our first product is the Seiko Ribbon Sandal, a boho chic, handcrafted leather sandal with interchangeable straps that can be tied and styled in hundreds of ways. From a funky crisscross to a classic flip-flop, this sandal allows her to change her look day to day and season to season.
And our sophisticated leather T-strap sandal features interchangeable accents that completely change the look of the sandal with one simple step. Making Seikos the perfect sandals for jet setters and trendsetters alike.
Simply choose your sandal base, pick your straps and accents, and style your Seikos. But what makes this customizable, versatile sandal even better is that every sandal, strap, and accessory you purchase directly helps to empower and educate a woman in East Africa.
You see, we've developed an innovative work-study program that employs bright, passionate young women who come from backgrounds of poverty to make the sandals, to earn money, to go to college and pursue their dreams. Now, don't just take it from us. Here's a message from our team in Uganda.
Seiko Designs is using fashion to educate and empower women. Now, which shark wants to be a part of the next chapter of the Seiko story? Every sandal has a story!
That's great.
Now, which one of you sharks wants to be a part of building a powerful global brand that will be known for making beautiful products with beautiful stories?
Are you into this for profit?
Yes, we are absolutely 100% a for-profit company.
So you donate what percentage of your revenue?
So we do not donate anything. All of our kind of philanthropy comes from our production side.
You're making the sandals in Uganda.
So literally, instead of making them offshore in China, we've said, let's be really intentional about where we make the product. We believe passionately that business has a powerful role in making the world a better place.
Love
and
it, but
that's
is
exactly
it
what
cheaper
we're
than
doing.
China?
It is comparable to China.
Can we
Walk us-
see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's try some.
So these are the only two sandal models that we do have. We are expanding into closed-toed shoes as well, but the sandals are definitely our main product, and that's what we've been selling to date.
How
They're only for
comfortable
women.
is that
They're
for
very
wearing?
comfortable. It's a genuine leather base, real leather, sourced from Kenya. It has a layer of microfoam in the middle, so it really forms to your foot after you get done wearing it. I wear them all day, every day. We've had women that have trekked through the Amazon in them.
Seriously? What do you sell the sandals for?
We sell about 2 pairs of ribbons with each base, so that's going to retail for right around $65. And the cost on that
$65 for this, a flip-flop?
Yes.
How did you get involved with Uganda? I mean, it's not a typical thing someone would do.
So I went to university, I studied journalism. I was super passionate about women's issues, and so got out of college, got my first corporate job. That lasted for about 2 months while I was sitting at my cubicle. I bought a one-way ticket to East Africa and decided that I was going to go just be on the ground and learn about the issues that women and girls face there.
And why shoes? You just woke up one day and said,
No,
let's
so
do a
what
shoe
happened
company.
was I was working at a youth development organization, met an incredible group of young women, basically my age, backgrounds of extreme poverty, and they were getting ready to graduate from high school, and they were going to go back to their villages for this 9-month break. It's intended to allow students that actually test into college to find time to find a job so that they can pay for college. They have to pay up front or you're not going. Basically what was happening with these young women, they were graduating from this secondary school program, testing into college, had all of this gusto and vision for who they wanted to become and what they wanted to do, were going back to their villages, couldn't find jobs. And so I thought, man, what if we could actually build a marketplace solution? One of my friends was like, what about those like funky, strappy sandals you wore in college that everybody loved? I made these sandals in college out of literally flip-flop bottoms and ribbon. And it was one of those things where when I would wear it, people would literally stop me on the street and ask me about them. And so I was like, okay, sure, sandals. And then I went to the school and hired 3 women, Mary, Mercy, and Rebecca, and taught them how to make the sandals and basically said, okay, if you promise to make these sandals for the next 9 months, I promise that you will go to college in the fall.
Liz, how much money did those 3 ladies need to get to college?
College is about $2,000 to $3,000 a year.
So you guaranteed them the $2,000 to $3,000
Yeah.
before you had any sales?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so that's when I got home, about 2 days later, Ben proposed to me, and I'm thinking, do I tell him that I promised 3 women in Africa I'd pay for them to go to university?
How many women are there now?
So we've had 47 women who have gone through our program.
Wow.
100% of the women who have graduated from SACO have gone on to university and have either graduated from college or are still
Good for you.
pursuing their
That's
degree.
awesome. You're in retail. Do you have sales? Where are you?
So we've done $3 million to date. This year we'll do $1.1 million.
And what will you make on that 1.1 million?
2009, 10, 11, and 12, we were profitable.
Okay, but this
So
year.
once we hit a point in Uganda where we said, hey, we can scale
nice,
this,
Laura.
let's go, let's grow it, let's get into major distribution, let's get into major retailers. In 2012, we opened a debt round. We did $250,000 in debt so that we could go out and hire our first salespeople.
And how much money are you making now?
We'll run a loss this year of right around $90,000.
What about next year?
Next year, the goal is to do 1.9.
And what are you going to make on that?
We think we'll lose money again next year.
Why are you
Why are you
losing so much
losing money
money
on
on
1.9
1.9
million?
Yeah. So, the biggest thing, we're still going to continue to add salespeople.
Can you tell me how much salary you're taking?
We're right around $45,000 as a package.
Combined.
right now.
Total?
Yeah.
So, how do I get to $3 million
Yeah.
for SACO? How is that possible?
So we think it's very fair to look at, we're even looking at last year's numbers, so taking like a 2.7 multiple on our revenue from last year.
You want to value it on revenue and not profit?
Yeah, and that's a normal thing to value something on revenue.
Especially when you're a brand. When you're in the brand space.
But you're
what
not a brand.
doing-
I've never heard of you till now.
Well, you will.
Last year on Shark Tank, we had a most endearing couple here who own a business named Grace and Lace. They make these adorable little lace liners for your boots. It's an interesting parallel. Their philosophy was they believed in helping people, and their intention was to take whatever profits they had and spend half of that profit immediately on helping people. They sold $1 million worth of socks within a week of Shark Tank. It's exactly 1 year later, and they will have $10 million in sales. But here's the difference that disturbs me. They were hyper-focused on profit first. They were focused on charity second. Now they, fortunately, have built 3 orphanages
Yeah.
in India.
Yeah.
But I was able to make $400,000 on $40,000.
Yeah.
I'm a happy investor.
Yeah, you should
It's
be.
very hard to buy into someone's philosophy if there are projected losses without clarity as to how you're going to get to profit. I was hoping you were my next Grace and Lace, but I'm sorry to say I'm out.
It's both better.
Here's what I will say. We are more driven to make money and to make this business work than we would be if we
Guys,
didn't
look,
have that.
I don't question your profit motivation. It's there. It's obvious. What I look for are certain keywords that tell me how realistic you are. Because as entrepreneurs, you're not always realistic, right? You lie to yourself, you get all excited, you get all fired up. But at some point, you have to be realistic because you have to pay the bills, right?
We were top 5 social enterprises by Bloomberg Magazine. I mean, we're social innovation. We're at the White House. Like,
You're actually making my point. All the different things you've been recognized for, right? All the people that you've hired to sell, and that's only gotten you to $1.1 million in sales. right? I just don't see the cause and effect, and I see a lot of self-promotion that doesn't get me from here to where I think you guys want to go. And so for those reasons, I'm out.
Thanks, Mike.
You know, you are not worth $3 million by any metric. I'm sorry. There are thousands of shoe companies around the world. They all trade pretty well in the same range. That's a competition. I think you're worth somewhere around $700,000, all in. You'd have to give me half the company.
Uh-oh.
Two sharks are out. Liz and Ben only have 3 more chances to make a deal for their interchangeable sandal company, Seiko.
I think you're worth somewhere around $700,000, all in. You'd have to give me half the company. We're never going to get to a deal. So, I'm out.
We all have different expertise here. I'm really good at taking a small company and making it big in a short amount of time. When you're this small, you want to invest after the sales come in. You want to invest to support the sales, not invest ahead of the sales. You're telling me I had to increase my sales costs by 30% to get 20% more in sales at such a small amount of $1 million. I don't see how you're going to scale without buying your way there. Great cause, but I'm out.
I love the mission. I love the look. Really cute. But I put it on, and I had some difficulty with it being comfortable on me because the ribbon can cut in. Depending on which way you do it, it can cut into your foot. So I'm just saying, me personally, I had some difficulty with the ribbon style. I'm sure for a lot of women this is comfortable, you've sold a lot. But for me, it wasn't. And I believe in your mission, but I don't have the product. And for that reason, I'm out.
Congratulations, guys.
Bye, thank you. Thank you very much.
We definitely think the Sharks missed out. They missed out on a company that's changing things, a company that's going to grow, and a company that's going to be profitable, and a company that they would have had a lot of fun being a part of.
In Season 5, John, Sal, and Anthony made a deal with Lori Grenier for their product, the paintbrush cover.
Lori, welcome to the family.
What? That's
Sorry,
great.
Barbara.
Let's see what they're up to now.
When I made my deal, I told them I work with lightning speed.
There it is.
And I kept my promise. I got them into 2,000 Home Depot stores just like that.
Remember this thing?
I do remember this thing. One of the first things I said to the guys was, we've got to change the packaging. We made it a bolder color. We changed the graphics completely. It's really important that your packaging pops, that people walk by, they stop, and they buy it. Not only are we in Home Depot nationwide, we're everywhere we need to be.
Lori's been instrumental in helping us land deals with all the major retailers, including Ace Hardware and Sherwin-Williams.
All our retailers combined, we're in over 14,000 stores nationwide.
I think we need to go talk some more business.
Sounds good to me.
Before Shark Tank, our business had done $35,000 in sales. In 9 months, we've done $1.5 million, with another $1 million to come in the next 3 months.
Can I get another 100 pallets today?
Before Shark Tank, we were just 3 guys working out of John's garage. Now we're a company. We have 18 employees. We have our own office, and we have a huge warehouse.
We're not just a paintbrush cover anymore. We've now introduced our second product, the roller cover. It's quickly becoming just as popular as the paintbrush cover.
Shark Tank was a life-changing experience. And we're living proof that 3 guys with a dream and an idea can go a long way.
Next up is a product that could turn a hobby into a lucrative prospect.
Hello, Sharks. My name is Mark Peterson, and I'm from beautiful Eugene, Oregon. My company is the Gold Rush Nugget Bucket, and today I'm seeking 60,000 of your hard-earned dollars in exchange for 15% of my company. Gold. Everybody wants it. Wars have been fought for it. It literally makes our world go round. But best of all, it's everywhere, just waiting to be found. And it used to be, you needed to spend hours working with a gold pan and panning plain old dirt. Too much work and not enough fun is what I said. So Sharks, I've made it easy and fun for everyone, including kids, to find gold. Introducing the Gold Rush Nugget Bucket. Now, the Nugget Bucket is not just another gold panning kit. This kit concentrates the gold into this small bowl, which then makes the panning process super easy and fun. Allow me to demonstrate. Simply scoop in as much dirt as you want, pour in as much water as you want, and then let gravity do all the work. The longer you do this, the more gold will concentrate in this bowl. When finished, simply remove the bowl, dump the contents into your pan, and now you're ready to pan super concentrated dirt. Well, Sharks, who wants to dig into this worldwide opportunity and strike it extra rich with me?
Well, how did you come up with this idea?
I took my 2 daughters down to the river to find some rocks for their rock polisher. So I bought a 5-gallon bucket and a couple screens and stacked them on top. And they played for an hour or 2, just scooping in dirt, pouring in water. They had the best time, so I knew I was onto something.
All the easy panning locations were just dug out decades ago. You gotta walk way up the river if you want to find gold.
You can actually find gold in the Home Depot sand.
Do they know about this?
It doesn't contain enough to pay for the bag of sand, but it contains enough to have fun.
Is that like gold flakes? Or?
It's called micron gold. I do have a screen that will show up the gold ring that will form in the bottom of this bowl.
Gold! Gold!
So that gold there is fine enough that it will actually float on the surface tension of water. Part of the patented process is that the column of water coming out of the funnel penetrates the layer of sand that naturally creates and then hits the bottom of the bowl and then spreads out.
Do you have any sales? Are you selling this anywhere?
Online only, 290,000.
Wow.
In the first 17 months.
Incredible. What does it sell for?
$99.95 plus shipping and handling.
What's your profit on it?
About 70% margin.
Oh, so Mark, this isn't a toy. People aren't buying this for their kids.
They are. 50% of our sales are gifts.
Right, because you're killing time, you're going on vacation somewhere, you live in the middle of nowhere. Let's go pan for gold.
Exactly.
How much money did you put into it?
I put $192,000 into this.
Wow!
How do you spend $192,000?
You have to buy a lot of buckets at Walmart.
Yeah, exactly. The molds, almost $150,000.
What's unique in that bucket that's yours?
This funnel and the 2 screens, the bowl and the base. I have 2 patents issued in the United States.
I think it's a cool idea, right? It really is entertaining and it's fun, but it's not the gold I pan for on a daily basis.
I'm out. Mark, I think it's cute, but I see it as a hobby. I'm out.
Sitting here, should I buy into this business a clever little gift? It's wholesome. That's what I like. Or should I just buy one for my husband, Bill?
Cheaper.
Put him to work.
Put him off in the street. I think I'm going to buy one for Bill. I'm out.
You don't have any aspirations to put this into retail at a Dick's or something like that?
No, absolutely. I think that's the bigger market for sure.
Have you tried? Have you talked to them?
I submitted it to Bass Pros. I haven't heard anything.
Do they sell a panning kit right now?
Absolutely.
I have a friend who does this with a pump, and he puts it at the lake bed in the sandy stuff, and I think he's nuts, but every once in a while he finds gold and he says, "Gold!"
You know, it's not about selling the gold that you find, it's about finding it.
Yes, it's
And
the
adventure. It's the adventure, absolutely.
You know, I have to say, I think it's adorable as a kid's toy. I think it's just something that could be really fun.
Yeah.
But because I see this as a toy, not really a $99 item for adults, I'm out.
Okay. Hang on, Mark. Would you consider, we can't really see the face of that gold panner. What if Kevin's face was there?
Then it wouldn't be a kid's toy any longer.
It would be great on Halloween.
It would be. Mark, the longer you stand there, the more I like you.
And the more entertaining it is.
And the more I love your answers.
Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, I think it's so ludicrous and so frivolous and so mindless that it has merit. I don't know. You know, it's so crazy.
What's your offer?
It's $60,000 for 50%. No flexibility whatsoever.
I think you're going to sell a ton of these.
I agree.
Unlike Kevin, I'm not blinded by the gold and the greed. $60,000 for 25%.
Oh, you better say yes so fast before he sees all the dirt.
What is your vision for making you and I both a lot of money?
You're joking.
Seriously? Well, retail? Are you thinking mass retail, like big box stores?
Oh, that's work, man.
Calling you out, Robert.
Where are you? Well, I'm in Texas now. I'm going across the states. I'm going to Bob's. I'm hoping to sell 2 buckets.
No, give me the bucket right now. Hang on. I'm going to go to every store. Here's your bucket.
Almost.
You're almost. Give me the cash. I actually think people will buy this. It's almost like a gag gift with a serious element to it.
Mark, what are you going to do?
You got 2 great offers.
You know, Robert, we got a deal.
You got it.
Awesome. Thank you.
You did a great job.
I think we're going to sell tight. I think we will. Thanks a lot, folks.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Mark, you're dead to me.
Oh, yeah. Nugget bucket.
That's a royalty right there. Robert, I want 15%. That's one good-looking miner.
Next into the tank is a garment that's functional and fashionable.
Hi, Sharks. My name is Cece Conrad. I'm the founder of Booby Pack, and I'm seeking an $80,000 investment in exchange for 20% of my company. The Booby Pack is the fanny pack for your rack. It's essentially a fashionable sports bra with 2 zipper-enclosed pockets on either side that hold your valuables like your keys, cash, ID, and phone while keeping them safe and secure. And the pockets are water-resistant, so Katie here can go to her favorite music festival, dance, jump up and down, even get wet without worrying about losing or ruining her valuables in the process. It's the ultimate cheeky solution to the stash your stuff dilemma. So, which one of you Sharks is ready to become my best friend?
Do we get samples?
Yes. We made a Croatian flag booby pack for you, Robert.
Oh, thank you.
Lori, you're actually going to get one of the first tankinis, which are hitting the market later this week.
Thank you.
And Mr. Wonderful, your favorite phrase is on there. We hope you won't use it on us.
What's your favorite phrase?
You're dead to me.
Well, I like that. I really like
and you
that.
are the real deal, and of course, Mavericks fan for life.
Thank you. I love it.
Does one size fit all in case a woman is more endowed than another?
It comes small to extra large.
Cece, how much does it cost?
$7.17 to make the booby pack.
And how much do you sell it for?
$55.
That's pretty good.
Do you mind telling us when you started and then tell us what your sales were each year?
So we started on Kickstarter in January 2013, and we doubled our fundraising goal, and we're listed as one of the most funded fashion projects.
What was your goal?
Our goal was $15,000, and we got $32,000 in 30 days. In June of last year, we launched our website and sold $10,000 worth of product the first day.
The first day?
The first day.
What have you done in sales since you officially launched?
$167,000 in sales.
How did you do that? How did you make all those sales? Was it all online?
So yes, we've been almost like 99.9% direct to e-commerce.
What's your game plan? Are you going to stay online? Are you going to retail?
So far, because it's just been me, staying online has allowed me to really control the brand identity. That said, I'm ready to take Booby Pack to the next level.
I'm curious how people are finding your site.
We have done some SEO for Bra with Pockets, Rave
Do you
Bra.
promote on Pinterest and things like that?
Yes, we have, of course, we have Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter.
How many followers do you have on your Facebook?
We have 11,000, but right now we're growing by 400 a week.
You know, Facebook doesn't have a whole lot of return these days, right? Because you still have to buy to promote. What is your customer acquisition cost? Where are you finding those customers? And why haven't you had more sales?
Well, so our customer acquisition cost is $7.17, and they typically spend about $80 on the site. And that's really just using Facebook. And, you know, I said that we've done some SEO, but it's been very minimal. We're about to ramp up SEO and start an AdWords
Because I would think
campaign.
if it's $7 to get 80 with high margins, just spend away, right? Because it replenishes and self-finances. Why not do more?
Right. I mean, we have remained cash flow positive since our Kickstarter. You know, we have $10,000 in the bank now, $7,000 in.
You haven't paid yourself anything, right?
I have not. No, for 2 years.
How do you support yourself, Cece?
So my dad passed away before my sophomore year. Sorry, I said it. He left me a bit of money, and so I've been using that to fund this. It was mostly intended for grad school, but he was an entrepreneur, so I think he'd be happy at how I've used it.
Cece, I think you're starting to realize what a lot of entrepreneurs run into. It's a lot harder than it looks to grow a business. And I can tell that you're relentless, which is a good thing. But one of the challenges right now is still more a product than a company. From what you've presented so far, I don't see it as a company that's really going to scale. And for those reasons, I'm out.
Thank you. You know, I think one way to scale is licensing. I know, Mr. Wonderful, that's your forte.
I look at it this way. It's a product, not a company, yet you're going through all the challenges of getting distribution. Retail is a very vexing and challenging business because you have to pay for the inventory, have to guess the fashion right, and guess the number of each size. I'll make you an offer. You may not like it, but it's the only way I can see doing it. I'll give you the $80,000, zero equity. I don't take any equity in the company. I'm going to get $10 a unit in perpetuity. It's really a bet on you.
Thank you for that offer. I appreciate it. I know you've heard this before, but I think as my company is growing, I don't want to siphon cash away from it.
Cece, I love how decisive you are.
Before you refuse, Cece, you should wait to see if any other shark will play ball, because it may be your only option. And sometimes, the only option is a good one.
I'd like to speak up. I think you're a great entrepreneur in every way. You're the whole package.
Thank you.
So I'm going to be out. So I don't think you need any help.
Thank you for your time.
Cece, it's always great. I love when I see somebody with the drive to go all in. And you're following in your father's footsteps, being an entrepreneur. I think that you're on a great trajectory to keep building it slowly, but it's just too early for me. I'm out.
So, Cece, you've done a remarkable amount of work in a very short amount of time. You're quick, but there's only one thing that's better than quick, which is what Mark said, relentless. I'll give you the $80,000. I just want a little more equity because I think this is a bit of a longer-term play. I'll give you the $80,000 for 30%.
You don't need him.
I'm going to modify my offer. I'm going to give you the $80,000 for a $10 royalty. After I recoup $320,000, which is 4 times on my capital, that royalty goes away. What remains is a 5% equity position. The royalty goes away after you prove this business out.
Cece,
I help you do
I
it.
appreciate you.
It's not a bad offer.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to slam it or speak ill of
That's
it.
a lot of equity. 30%.
Except let me tell you, pay an accountant
Barbara, can I talk? For
$30,000 a year
goodness
just
sake,
to keep
Barbara.
track of that.
Cece, the only thing
$30,000
is,
just to keep track
can
of
you
those
afford,
details.
can you afford to take that much cash out of the business when you're growing?
Let's say you're successful and you sell this business one day for $10 million, which I think you'd like to do, right?
I would love to do that.
Basically, you're only going to have to pay me a fraction of what you're going to have to pay him. Think about it. You're going to have to give up $3 million.
I appreciate your offer and changing it, but I do not want to be giving away money as my business is growing.
You are giving away money. You're giving 30% of it away forever.
Well, I would love to counter your offer. Would you consider 25% for $80,000?
No, I'm going to stick it to 30. I'm not.
I'll take that deal. 25% for $80,000. What do you say?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done, Barb. That's straight out of my playbook.
Thank you.
We're good partners.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Okay.
I should have flashed this at her right when she was leaving, because she is dead to me.
So excited to start my partnership with Barbara. She was the shark I was gunning for from the beginning. I know she's so hands-on with all of her deals, and we're going to take Booby Pack to the next level.
Next up is an innovation in the growing do-it-yourself market.
Hi, I'm Jessie Janae. My company is Lumi. I'm here asking for $250,000 in exchange for 5% of my company. Have you ever had an idea for a t-shirt? Or maybe wanted to print a logo on anything other than paper? What if I told you that with the power of the sun, you could print beautiful, permanent imagery on any natural material? Let me show you why Lumi is unlike anything you've seen. Simply snap an image, upload it into the free Lumi app, then press negative, and it'll turn your image into a negative that you can save and print at home or order from us and we ship it to you. Now, choose something to print on, maybe an old t-shirt or a tote bag. Take our sunlight-activated Inko die, snap the packet, and spread it on. Now, take your negative and secure it in place. Just 10 minutes out in the sun will turn this into a beautiful, permanent design. So let's see how this one turns out.
Oh, wow.
So this is now a permanent image. I just need to take this, throw it in the wash, and I'm done. So at Lumi, we're taking photography out of the darkroom and into the sun. Lumi clearly has a bright future. Who wants to join me?
I have lots and lots of services that I've done this with that provide clothing of every nature, including other tchotchkes. I mean,
the massive difference is that this is DIY. So there's an incredible movement happening, and people have an urge to create things at home.
Can I see the one you made?
Yes.
Does anybody else do this?
No.
So is this proprietary to you? Do you have
Yes.
a patent on it?
The dye is a trade secret. a fellow in the 1950s developed a formula for something that was very similar to essentially what I was seeking. It took me 2 years to track down this guy.
Was he using it at that time for his own business?
It's defunct. And then eventually I convinced him that if he has any old inventory, that I could take it over.
Did you buy it outright, or did you still get a royalty?
He has nothing. I bought it outright.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid him $50,000.
So where did you get that?
So that's when I took an angel investment. He invested $180K at 10.5%.
You
He gave you $180,000?
with no
He's
sale?
invested $180,000 and he has 10.5% equity of your
Correct.
company?
Okay, Jesse, tell us what your sales are this year, please.
Yes, in the past 12 consecutive months, we have $1 million in sales.
Good for you.
How much did you make off the million?
We are net positive $40K, but we have been reinvesting
So
that
make
whole
$1 million
time.
in sales. What are your cost of goods?
When we sell direct on e-commerce, our margins are 91% blended. When we sell to wholesalers, 78%. We
Jesse,
also
I'm
have
not clear what
equipment.
exactly you're selling.
Yeah, do
Okay.
you have samples for us
Yes,
to see?
I do. So this is our shadow printing kit. This is our sunfold printing kit.
So, Jesse, you're selling these kits for different products.
We're selling the kits. We also sell the dye in individual bottles.
Okay, so how do I buy that from you? Just online?
You can buy it online. You can buy it at Michael's. You can buy it at Joann's.
What does it cost? What does what Kevin's holding
It's
cost?
$39.99.
What do you pay for that?
$6.49.
How many t-shirts can you make?
So you can do 4, and then you can buy refills and do as many as you want.
What's the revenue next year?
The revenue next year, conservatively, will be $2.5 million.
And
Why do you feel you're going to have that kind of growth?
Because for the past 5 years, I've developed a track record of at least doubling our sales.
How big do you think your company can get? Like, how many people want to make their own t-shirt at home?
Oh my gosh, I think it's absolutely astronomically massive.
Absolutely astronomically
Yes,
massive. Okay,
yes.
I've seen that in projections
Okay.
before. I just wanted to make sure.
I can back up those projections. Out of that $28 billion crafting DIY space, about 18% of that involves some type of stamping, marking, impression.
Let's dumb it down and make
Yes.
it easy. And you're charismatic, you've got a lot of energy, you love all that. Now reality strikes, okay?
Sure.
Let's say you have $1 million business, which you have.
Yes.
If you were optimizing it, I would assume you could make $150,000 pre-tax.
Sure.
That's $100 after tax.
Yes.
Today, Jesse, you're asking me to value you at $5 million.
Yes.
That's 50 times your free cash flow. You see any problem with that?
Let me explain to you how I arrived at the valuation.
I just arrived at it. It's ridiculous.
Jesse, I'm just not excited about the do-it-yourself business.
Okay.
It's just not a fit for me.
Okay.
And for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay.
I'm sure you have a lovely business here. Obviously, you're making money, and I love your photo kit, the big square one, because it's visual. You get what it is. The rest is still confusing. I've been listening hard.
Yes.
But I just don't believe enough, and I'm a little uncertain about the product, so now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to make you an offer.
Bam.
I like you. I don't like the valuation, though.
Sure.
I mean, it's a very rich ask.
Well, before you make an offer, Lori,
250,000.
wait, before you make an offer, let me make you an offer, and then Lori may decide. No, because I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you, okay? I'm going to just listen to this, and then you decide if you want to participate or compete, all right?
Okay.
Ready? Before you make an offer, just listen to this, and then you decide if you want to participate or compete, all right?
Okay.
Ready? All right, 2 offers. You get to choose which one you like. I'll offer you $250,000, and here's how I valued your company. I assumed your $1 million should make $100,000 after tax. I would pay 5 times that multiple. So if we do it that way, you're worth $500,000. So my $250,000 would buy 50% of equity. But if you don't like that valuation, I'll lend you $250,000, okay? At an 8.5% rate for 36 months, 3 years, because you can actually pay it back by then if your forecasts are correct.
Yes.
And I want 12.5% equity to do that. That's a venture debt deal. Your company's ideal for that. And would you like to participate in one of those? Are you stupid and going to pay more than that?
Let me explain that we've already proven ourselves very credit worthy. We took, the last one we took was actually a $110,000 loan with interest, and we paid it back within 4 months.
That's why I like the
But
debt
I
offer.
didn't give him any equity.
Jesse, you want a loan that gets converted to equity? Or are you looking for straight equity?
I'm definitely open into a loan that gets converted?
I have to say, even though he was like so rude, there is something a little appealing about what he's offering. Sad
Why
to
not
say.
go half and half? I'm the only shark photographer. None of these people are artists like you and I.
I will do his deal with him if you will take that deal.
Look, you get the queen of QVC and you get a starving artist hold the starving.
I do really appreciate what you're trying to offer. The idea of having you both on board would truly be tremendous.
Do you want to sell half the company for $250,000? Because you're only worth.
That would be completely absurd. I'm sorry.
What were you going to counter?
I would say 2%, and I wouldn't even look at it as an exchange for the loan. 2%? I would look at it as an exchange for the advisory
Do it for
role.
5% so we each get 2.5 each, and I think we would do that deal.
And if you do it as an equity investment, you have a deal.
Well, that's what you came in asking. You're right back to very clever, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is what I asked for, and I do feel it's fair. I feel like I appreciate you guys trying to meet on the middle on that.
Jesse, do you watch the show?
I have watched the show.
Okay. Have you ever seen anybody walk in there and when asked to negotiate a price, get a deal by not giving?
I'm not in a mood to not give. I'm just trying to work out something that I think will work for my
Do
company.
you want a straight equity deal?
If there was a fair equity deal, that if there was a loan additional, I would definitely add like a 2% kicker, a 2.5% kicker.
Jesse, I'll give you $250,000 for 15%.
I say no to that offer because in 2015 and going into 2016, I plan to blow this up, and I believe that I can go for a much larger equity round at a later date.
When you have a partner, you have to be a partner too.
I understand.
So what we're asking for here really isn't that much.
Something I would like to say, I would like to offer up something that I think could be reasonable potentially.
But let's make it.
Let's offer something reasonable.
$250K as an equity investment for that 5%, but then another $100K on top of that as a revolving line of credit for another 2%, 7%.
For another 2%?
That's nuts.
Jesse, I'm out.
Okay.
At the end of the day, what you want to do is walk out with a shark. 2 sharks are way better than 1 shark for a whole bunch of reasons I think you understand. So I think what you should do is take this offer. Lori and I will split the $250,000 loan for 8.5%. That's what I said originally, okay? We want 5% equity that keeps us interested. You should do that deal.
That's right. Am I willing to give 5% of the company for a $250,000 loan when I, in all honesty, can probably get a loan elsewhere for that amount?
Not a chance.
I definitely can.
Do you think a bank gives you the value of a shark? Are you kidding?
Get it? No, I wouldn't go to a bank at this stage. I would say that at this point, I'm not going to give up 5% of the company for a loan.
I'm not groveling. I'm Mr. Wonderful the Shark. I don't grovel. I get what I want, all right? If I'm not getting 5%, I'm out.
$250,000, 7%, same, 8.5%, 36 months.
As a loan, I'm not going to take a loan for 7% equity in the company. I'm sorry.
Jesse, thank you.
Jesse, congrats. Seriously, way to stick to your guns.
Failed.
You actually
Didn't
came
get a
back
deal.
with this.
I'm going to make this into a credible company.
Good luck.
Good
Thank
job,
you so
Jesse.
much.
Seriously.
I don't think I was able to give up enough of the company to interest the sharks, which I understand, but I didn't want to leave the room with a loan.
Next time on Shark Tank, a special episode featuring businesses started in college and the most explosive shark fight ever.
Don't worry, when you get older, you'll turn into a capitalist.
Wow.
I won $1.3 million in scholarships.
I'm super impressed by you. I'm going to make you an offer right now.
He started talking about an algorithm. What do you know about algorithms?
All sour grapes.
Is that sour grapes? Lori, that is such crap.
No, it is not crap.
Run out there and change it to $100,000.
I don't want to say something rude to you, so I'm just going to go.
Shark Barbara Corcoran reveals a side of real estate so dark it's deadly. An all-new 2020 starts now.